Hello guys, and welcome back into today's video. Is the bear market rally over? I want to go a lot in this video, and I want to take a look at the next level of support for the SPY, because now we have kind of rejected the level of resistance that we were talking about, and now we do have more room to the downside. And I want to take a look at the price targets that I am looking at in for SPY. So I'll be going over a lot SPY as well as DIA and some other ETFs, QQQ, and I'll also be talking about oil stocks and how oil stocks actually pretty much traded sideways today. So overall, let's get started. I want to take a look at the heat map first. So overall, we had the financial sector dropping, technology, communication. So pretty much the whole market dropped except for healthcare, and then we had energy actually just trading sideways and trading sideways. So pretty much the whole market dropped except for healthcare and oil. And I want to take a look at in depth on these SPY. So let's take a look at the SPY, which are again the top 500 stocks in the stock market. So overall, again, I was taking a look at the RSI, and we were expecting a pullback this week. Okay, so we had this video that I made, it was on the weekly watch list video, that we were expecting a pullback because overall the RSI was bought up. Okay, we were overbought, and not only that, we had a incredible run up for the SPY. Now I want to take a look at the levels over here for the SPY. Now again, we were in this level of resistance, which is 400 and 28.59. okay, so this is where price keeps rejecting. This was a previous level of resistance. I got a question in one of my videos, how do I get my SPY levels? I take a look at the chart and I see this level is a strong level of resistance because it had a roof many times. So it's very easy, but I'll make a video on that later on. So we have this major level of resistance. Now the question is, how much room do we have to go to the downside? And the answer is 416. Okay, 416 is the first level of support, and that is a very nice major level of support. What I would do is actually go to tradingview.com, use my link in the description, and copy my chart and copy my levels, because again, the market respects these levels. Just look at this level of resistance. We had a very nice rejection for the market, for the SPY at this level of rejection. So overall, my price target for the SPY is now 416, because that is the next level of support for the SPY. And overall, just trading sideways. Okay, if we actually break below 416, my next level of support is 408. So just please copy my levels for the SPY, and just understand the levels and how market psychology works. Now let's take a look at kind of like DIA. So we have DIA, which is the Dow. So overall, another very interesting thing, because unlike SPY, the Dow actually broke its trend. But if we take a look at over here, we actually closed right around at that level of support. So I want to take a look at the weekly time frame, because the weekly time frame looks very interesting. Now this is a very bearish setup, and I want to talk about this a lot in this video. Like whenever we have these wicks are not good. Okay, they look very bearish, because what this wick is telling us is that price reached all this high, but it came all the way back down to close below the level of resistance. So I'm just saying that this is not a good close, especially on the weekly time frame. Okay, we could see this was not a good close, and this was not a good close. Now let's take a look at the Qs. So we have ticker symbol QQQ, and just like the Qs, we also have kind of like the same thing, where again we are trading in this range right now, and we did not close above this level of resistance. So the bulls really need to break this whole channel. Okay, now let's take a look at Apple, because again, Apple also looks like that. AAPL. So let's take a look at Apple. I talked about this on my weekly watch list video, so I would recommend watching this video again. We had overall again, we just closed below. This is not a bearish close. So, this just tells us that we have more room to the downside. But the bulls, again, the bulls need to break this level and they need to close above this level. So that is one thing to really, really understand for the market. Now, overall, we covered the whole market pretty much, okay? Just make sure to watch my video on the weekly watch list. But overall, I'm taking a look at a possible market rotation. So, tech stocks, we had an incredible run. Banks, incredible run. All of these stocks had an incredible run, and now they are resting. And I'm taking a look at oil now. So I mentioned this in my last video, and oil looks to be like a very, very nice place. So XLE, pretty much the whole market, oil market, traded sideways today. So I'm taking a look at opportunities, and the next opportunity that I'm looking at are oil stocks for a potential rotation, because oil, if you take a look at oil has actually, not been going up as much as the other stocks. We have pretty much, actually just trading sideways for oil. So I'm watching oil stocks for a play. If you want, a more in-depth video on oil, I would recommend to watch, my previous video on oil. But overall, that is all that I wanted to go into this video, that we closed very, very bearish. And, I could see, this is pretty much like a put market right now, until we hit the level of support for pretty much all the stocks. So overall, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys later. Tomorrow I'll post a video, and the next day we have the weekly watch list video. So overall, see you guys later. Bye bye.